This morning the sunlight dances on the stone. A little cafe by the river feels like a world all of its own. The petals drift across the water like tiny letters in the breeze, and every corner of the city whispers softly, stay with me. A coffee waits upon the table, sending warmth into the air. The world feels lighter than it did before I found this moment here. Spring arrives so quietly, you almost miss it. Beneath the cherry trees, everything feels new. The sunlight on the river, the sky so clear and blue. Beneath the cherry trees, the morning sings along, and every falling petal feels like part of a song. A bicycle rolls down the riverside, a couple laughs beyond the square. The flowers paint the streets in colors that weren't there yesterday. The pages of my book stay open, though I haven't read a line, because the beauty of this morning keeps wandering through my mind. The breeze arrives with gentle stories from places I can't see, and somehow every little thing feels exactly where it should be. Some seasons don't ask permission, they simply bloom. Beneath the cherry trees, everything feels new. The sunlight on the river, the sky so clear and blue. Beneath the cherry trees, the morning sings along, and every falling petal feels like part of a song. One day these blossoms will be gone, carried away by springtime rain. That's what makes this moment beautiful. It doesn't stay the same. Beneath the cherry trees, the petals drift away, but the feeling of this morning will forever want to stay. Beneath the cherry trees, the river shining bright, a little piece of springtime wrapped in golden light. The blossoms sway, the river flows, the sunlight fills the sky, and spring begins, one petal at a time. The morning wears a coat of blossoms, pink and white beneath the sky. The river sparkles in the distance as little boats drift by. A table waits beneath the flowers, bathed in gentle golden light. The cafe hums a quiet melody to welcome springtime bright. I wrap my hands around my coffee as petals dance upon the breeze, and suddenly the whole world feels as light as cherry trees. Some mornings taste like coffee, some mornings taste like spring. Coffee in bloom, sunlight on the river, taste of happiness I hope will last forever. Coffee in bloom, petals in the air, turning ordinary moments into something rare. City moves a little slower beneath the flowering trees. A bicycle bell rings softly, carried by the breeze. The pages of my book stay waiting, though I hardly read a word, because the blossoms all around me feel too beautiful to ignore. The warmth of coffee meets the sunlight meets the sky, and everything feels connected as the morning passes by. Spring doesn't hurry, yet somehow it arrives exactly on time. Coffee in bloom, sunlight on the river, a little taste of happiness I hope will last forever. Coffee in bloom, petals in the air, turning ordinary moments into something rare. The flowers won't stay forever, the petals soon will fly, but maybe that's the reason this morning feels alive. Coffee in bloom, the world begins to glow, the blossoms and the river sharing colors as they flow. Coffee in bloom, a memory taking shape. One beautiful spring morning I know I'll never forget. The coffee cools, the petals fall, the sunlight lingers too, and spring keeps blooming quietly in every little view. Petals on the river, drifting with the morning tide. Little pieces of the springtime floating softly side by side. The sunlight paints a path of gold across the moving blue, and every blossom on the water feels like something new. The cafe waits beneath the trees, the flowers greet the day, while the river carries tiny dreams further on their way. Nothing has to stay forever, not even spring. Petals on the river, dancing where the sunlight gleams, carrying little bits of beauty down the stream of dreams. Petals on the river, floating wild and free, teaching me that letting go can be beautiful to see. gentle breeze arrives unnoticed and sends the blossoms on their way, like handwritten notes from springtime scattered through the day. The water never tries to keep them, the petals never fight the flow. Together they create a moment only the morning gets to know. I watch them disappear downstream beyond the riverside, and somehow I feel grateful instead of wishing they would stay. Some things are beautiful because they don't last. Petals on the river, dancing where the sunlight gleams, carrying little bits of beauty down the stream of dreams. Petals on the river, floating wild and free, teaching me that letting go can be beautiful to see. One day these blossoms will be memories. One day this morning will be gone, but the feeling of this sunlight will quietly live on. Petals on the river, the water shining bright, 1,000 little pieces of spring wrapped in golden light. Petals on the river, the lesson they impart, that every passing beautiful thing leaves something in the heart. The petals drift, the petals drift, the river flows, the river flows. The sunlight warms the sky, and spring keeps moving gently, like a sweet goodbye. The river wore a coat of sunlight, blossoms dressed the trees in pink. The city seemed a little brighter than I remembered it to be. A cafe table near the water, a quiet song upon the breeze, and suddenly I noticed spring had been arriving quietly, not in a grand and distant moment, not in fireworks or rain, but in the way the morning settled gently over everything. Some seasons arrive outside, some arrive within. The spring we found was waiting all along, in little cups of coffee and the river's gentle song. The spring we found beneath the cherry trees, hidden in the sunlight and carried by the breeze. The petals drifted down like confetti across the riverside cafe. A bicycle rolled through the square and disappeared away. The pages of my book lay open, but my eyes were on the view, watching the water catch the light in silver, gold, and blue. And for a little while I forgot every place I had to be, because this morning felt complete, exactly as it was. Maybe happiness This isn't something we find, maybe it's something we notice. The spring we found was waiting all along in little cups of coffee and the river's gentle song. The spring we found beneath the cherry trees, hidden in the sunlight and carried by the breeze. There were years I thought joy lived somewhere beyond the next horizon. Now I see it sitting quietly across from me at a riverside cafe. The spring we found was never far away. It lived inside the ordinary moments of the day. The spring we found, and now I finally know, sometimes the most beautiful things arrive slowly and bloom. The petals fall, the river flows, the sunlight warms the stone, and somewhere in the heart, spring finds a home. A table in the sunlight beneath the cherry trees. The river sparkles softly as petals ride the breeze. The city hums a quiet tune beyond the riverside, but here the morning lingers with nowhere else to hide. A coffee cup, a folded book, a chair beside the view, and all the little things I love are gathered here in bloom. Some places feel like poetry without a single word. A table in the sunlight where golden hours stay. The blossoms and the river watching spring drift by all day. A table in the sunlight, the perfect place to be, with coffee, light, and cherry trees keeping company with me. A bicycle rolls past the cafe, a laugh echoes from the square. The flowers paint the morning pink like colors in the air. The pages of my book keep waiting, though I hardly read a line, because the beauty of this moment keeps wandering through my mind. The river gathers little reflections of clouds that drift above, and everything feels wrapped inside a quiet kind of love. Not every treasure is discovered, some are simply noticed. A table in the sunlight where golden hours stay. The blossoms and the river watching spring drift by all day. A table in the sunlight, the perfect place to be, with coffee, light, and cherry trees keeping company with me. across the table and the trees. A table in the sunlight, the river shining bright, the blossoms drifting lazily through ribbons of warm light. A table in the sunlight, a memory in disguise, quietly becoming one of my favorite springtime skies. The petals fall, the coffee cools, the sunlight paints the day, and somewhere in this little moment I decide to stay. Soft pink skies above the river, cherry blossoms in the air. The morning wears a gentle color, like a dream that's resting there. The sunlight filters through the branches, painting shadows on the stone. And somehow in this springtime moment, the world feels like home. A little cafe by the water, a coffee warming both my hands. The hours drift like floating petals, without a single plan. Some mornings feel like paintings, too beautiful to frame. Soft pink skies above the riverside, blossoms dancing in the sunlight as the little boats glide by. Soft pink skies, the colors of the spring, turning ordinary moments into beautiful things. The breeze arrives from down the river, carrying laughter from afar. The flowers sway beside the terrace like tiny falling stars. The pages of my book stay open, though my thoughts have wandered free, following the drifting petals wherever they may be. A bicycle crosses the bridge slowly, the city shines beyond the trees, and every little piece of spring moves in harmony. The best days often begin without expectations. Soft pink skies above the riverside, blossoms dancing in the sunlight as the little boats glide by. Soft pink skies, the colors of the spring, turning ordinary moments into beautiful things. The petals won't remain forever, the colors soon will fade, but that's what makes this morning shine in such a lovely way. Soft pink skies, the river flowing bright, the blossoms painting little dreams across the morning light. Soft pink skies, a memory softly made, a springtime song that lingers long after a softer morning, sunlight spilling through the trees. The air felt warmer than it had been, carried by a gentle breeze. The riverside cafe was waiting just beyond the cobblestone lane, and something in the world felt different, though nothing seemed to change. A blossom rested on the sidewalk, another danced across the square, as if spring had quietly arrived while nobody was aware. The seasons never knock, they simply arrive. The day the flowers arrive, the whole world seemed to bloom. The river caught the sunlight and carried it through the afternoon. The day the flowers arrived, everything felt bright, as if the city had been waiting for this moment all its life. The cafe tables filled with laughter, the blossoms painted shades of pink, and every little corner of the city gave me something new to think. The pages of my book stayed open, but I kept looking up instead, watching petals float like tiny dreams above my head. The mountains in the distance shimmered, the river sparkled clear and blue, and every passing moment felt like something worth holding on to. Some mornings don't ask for attention, yet they become unforgettable. The day the flowers arrived, the whole world seemed to bloom. The river caught the sunlight and carried it through the afternoon. The day the flowers arrived, everything felt bright, as if the city had been waiting for this moment all its life. Winter never lasts forever, though sometimes it feels long, and maybe every blossom carries a reminder to move on. The day the flowers arrived, the river shone like gold. The petals drifted through the air like stories being told. The day the flowers arrived, a memory softly made, a springtime treasure hidden inside an ordinary day. The blossoms sway, the sunlight glows, the river moves along, and spring begins its quiet song. Along the riverside this afternoon, the blossoms drift like snow. The sunlight dances on the water, following where I go. A coffee cup is warming my hands, the breeze is warm and light. The city hums a gentle rhythm beneath the springtime sky. The cafe fades behind me slowly, the river stays in view, and every step feels like a melody, written fresh and new. Some days aren't meant for arriving, they're meant for wandering. precious than gold. A couple sits beneath the flowers, sharing stories and a smile. A bicycle crosses over the bridge and disappears a while. The river gathers bits of sunlight and scatters them around like tiny pieces of happiness, floating without a sound. The pages of the day keep turning without a single plan, and somehow that's exactly how beautiful it is. The best afternoons rarely hurry. Along the riverside, the world feels bright and free. The blossoms and the water keep perfect company. Along the riverside, the afternoon unfolds in little golden moments, more precious than gold. Destinations to make a day complete. Now I'm happy simply following the river beneath my feet. Along the riverside, the sunlight starts to glow. The blossoms paint the water pink as the afternoon moves slow. The beauty gently stays in every little step I take along the springtime way. The river flows, the blossoms sway, the breeze moves through the trees, and spring keeps walking quietly along with me. Another coffee, another spring, the blossoms bloom once more. The river carries morning light just like the year before. The little cafe by the water still waits beneath the trees. The same old chair, the same warm breeze, the same familiar peace. A book rests quietly beside me. The sunlight fills the air, and somehow everything feels new, though I've seen it all before. Some things return each season, yet never lose their magic. Another coffee, another spring, another sky of blue. The blossoms drifting through the sunlight like they always do. Another coffee, another spring, and still my heart can see 1,000 little reasons to love this season endlessly. The petals gather on the pathway like soft confetti on the stone. The river hums its quiet melody, a song I've always known. The city wakes beyond the blossoms, the bicycles roll by, and every year I fall in love with the same springtime sky. The warmth of coffee in my hands, the sunlight on my face. Somehow the smallest moments become my favorite place. Maybe happiness this isn't something new, maybe it's something familiar, seen with new eyes. Another coffee, another spring, another sky of blue, the blossoms drifting through the sunlight like they always do. Another coffee, another spring, and still my heart can see 1,000 little reasons to love this season endlessly. The years keep turning like the river, the blossoms come and go, but some joys never grow old, no matter how many springs we know. Another coffee, another spring, the river shining bright, the flowers painting little dreams across the morning light. Another coffee, another spring, a feeling warm and true, that every season holds a gift if we take time to view. The coffee cools, the blossoms sway, the sunlight warms the stone, and spring feels brand new. Once again, dancing petals in the sunlight, spinning through the springtime air, floating past the little cafe like they haven't got a care. The river catches bits of pink and carries them downstream, turning ordinary mornings into something like a dream. The breeze plays softly through the branches like a sweet familiar tune, and every blossom joins the rhythm on this bright afternoon. Spring doesn't walk, it dances, dancing petals across the sky, twisting through the sunlight as the little boats drift by. Dancing petals, wild and free, painting little moments into memories. The cafe tables fill with laughter, the city sparkles in the sun. A bicycle bell rings somewhere like part of the melody begun. The flowers drift across the river drifts beneath the blue, and somehow everything is moving in perfect harmony too. The coffee waits beside my notebook, though I've forgotten what to write, because the petals keep stealing all of my attention. Some beauty is impossible to ignore. Dancing petals across the sky, twisting through the sunlight as the little boats drift by. Dancing petals, wild and free, painting little moments into memories. Today they're dancing through the city, through the river, through the light. Dancing petals across the day. The breeze keeps turning every corner into a place to stay. Dancing petals, the song of spring, 1,000 little pieces of joy on invisible wings. The petals spin, the river shines, the sunlight fills the air, and spring keeps dancing everywhere. I opened up the window slowly to welcome in the day, and found the city dressed in blossoms stretching all the way. The river wore a softer color, the sunlight seemed to glow, as if the sky had borrowed spring and didn't want to let it go. The little cafe by the water looked different somehow too, like every corner had been painted with a brighter point of view. Some mornings change the world without changing a thing. A morning painted pink by blossoms and by light, the river shining gently beneath the springtime sky. A morning painted pink, the kind that softly stays long after all the petals have drifted far away. Tables filled with cups of coffee and conversations in the air. The breeze carried bits of laughter from somewhere near the square. The flowers danced above the water like little notes in flight, and every passing moment felt wrapped in warmth and light. I tried to write about the beauty, but words moved much too slow. Some mornings are too lovely for language alone. The petals will fall, the seasons will turn, but this feeling will remain. A morning painted pink, the sunlight and the trees, the blossoms drifting endlessly across the springtime breeze. A morning painted pink, a memory softly made, a little piece of happiness that never truly fades. The river flows, the blossoms sway, the city starts to sing, and spring paints another morning in shades of pink. every corner seems to hold a quiet kind of dream. The sunlight dances through the branches across the wooden floor, as if this little cafe knows exactly what I'm looking for. Some places feel familiar the very first time. The cafe by the blossoms, where the petals softly fall. The coffee, light and laughter make the world feel small. The cafe by the blossoms, beside the riverside, a place where beautiful moments seem to gather and reside. The notebooks fill with little thoughts, the cups are never quite empty. The flowers paint the morning air in shades of pink and cream. A bicycle passes slowly, a boat drifts down the stream, and every little detail feels like part of a perfect scene. The hours seem to linger here longer than they should, as if the day itself decides to stay a while for good. Some places become memories before we even leave them. The cafe by the blossoms, where the petals softly fall. The coffee, light and laughter make the world feel small. The cafe by the blossoms, beside the riverside, a place where beautiful moments seem to gather and reside. Years from now I'll still remember the sunlight through the trees, the river shining beyond the flowers, and the comfort of this breeze. Not because something extraordinary happened, but because everything was enough. The cafe by the blossoms, the river shining gold, the story shared across the tables, the memories they hold. The cafe by the blossoms, the place I'll always find whenever I need a little spring inside my mind. The blossoms sway, the river flows, the sunlight warms the day, and the little cafe by the flowers quietly stays. The river bends beyond the blossoms, following a path unseen. The sunlight dances on the water like it's always known where it's been. The little cafe hums with laughter, the flowers sway above the street, and every corner of the morning feels gentle beneath my feet. There were days I walked uncertain, wondering where I belonged, but somehow every road kept leading back to places warm. The seasons never lose their way, Even after winter, spring knows the way. Back to the trees, back to the river, back to the breeze. Spring knows the way. Back to the light, back to the flowers blooming bright. And maybe my heart does too. Petals drift across the pathway like tiny maps drawn in the air. The sunlight paints the old cafe as if it had always been there. A bicycle rolls beside the river, the city wakes beneath the blue, and every little sign of spring feels quietly true. I don't need all the answers now, I don't need to know what's next. The flowers seem to understand the beauty of the present. Not every journey needs direction, sometimes the season guides us. Spring knows the way. Back to the trees, back to the river, back to the breeze. Spring knows the way. Back to the light, back to the flowers blooming bright. And maybe my heart does too. Winter once felt endless, but look around, the blossoms return. The river still shines, the sunlight still arrives, and so will better days. Spring knows the way. Back to the sky, back to the mornings drifting by. Spring knows the way, and now I see the path I was searching for was growing quietly inside of me. The river flows, the blossoms sway, the sunlight finds its view, and spring keeps showing me the way home too. The blossoms fill the riverside like clouds of pink and white. The sunlight filters through the trees in ribbons made of light. The little cafe hums softly beneath the springtime sky, and every drifting petal seems to wave a sweet goodbye. Coffee cools beside my hand, a book rests quietly closed, because this morning feels too beautiful to spend looking down. Nothing blooms forever, that's what makes it precious. Stay until the petals fall, stay a little while. The river shining in the sunlight, the warmth of every smile. Stay until the petals fall before the season flies. Let's gather all the beauty while it's passing by. The breeze moves gently through the branches, sending blossoms to the ground like tiny floating without a sound. The city carries on beyond us. The boats drift down the stream, but here the morning seems suspended somewhere between a wish and dream. I know the flowers won't stay forever, the colors soon will fade, but somehow that makes every moment more beautiful today. The loveliest things teach us how to cherish. Stay until the petals fall, stay a little while. The river shining in the sunlight, the warmth of every smile. Stay until the petals fall before the season flies. Let's gather all the beauty while it's passing by. One day these blossoms will be memories, pressed between the pages of time. But every petal falling now feels like a reason to stay. Stay until the petals fall, the river glowing gold, the stories shared beneath the trees, the moments we will hold. Stay until the petals fall, the sky so clear above, a season teaching us that fleeting things are worthy of love. The petals drift, the river flows, the sunlight warms the stone, and spring stays just a little longer before it's gone. One more spring morning by the river, one more coffee in the sun. The blossoms still hang from the branches, though I know their time will come. The little cafe looks familiar, the table's waiting by the view. The same soft breeze across the water, the same sky washed in blue. I sit and watch the sunlight dancing across the gentle flowing stream, and wonder how so many moments can disappear and still remain. Some mornings leave quietly, but never really leave. One more spring morning, one more cup of coffee warm, one more hour beneath the blossoms, safe inside their charm. One more spring morning before the season flies, gathering little pieces of light to carry through the years. The paddles drift a little slower than they did a week before. The river keeps reflecting stories like it always has before. A bicycle rolls down the pathway, a laugh echoes from the square, and every ordinary detail feels feels precious in the air. The pages of my book stay close now. There's nothing left to chase, because this morning is enough, exactly as it is. The happiest memories often begin as ordinary days. One more spring morning, one more cup of coffee warm, one more hour beneath the blossoms, safe inside their charm. One more spring morning before the season flies, gathering little pieces of light to carry through the years. The flowers will fall, the colors will fade, the summer will arrive. But somewhere inside me, these riverside mornings will always be alive. One more spring morning, the sunlight on the stream, the blossoms drifting through the air like pages from a dream. One more spring morning, and now I finally know the beauty wasn't in the season, it was in the moments that helped me grow. The river flows, the blossoms sway, the sunlight warms the stone, and spring leaves one last golden memory before it's gone.